Hello learners, I am Professor Meenal Mishra and I with my colleague Dr. Kakoli Gogoi welcome you to this session on Introduction to Geoinformatics. So, today we are going to discuss the topic Geoinformatics and Introduction. And this course, it pertains to the programs Postgraduate Certificate in Geoinformatics, Postgraduate Diploma in Geoinformatics, and MSc in Geoinformatics. So here is the outline of our talk today. First of all, we will discuss what is geoinformation, and then we will discuss the concepts or basic concepts of geoinformatics, its advantages, its components, and then we will discuss about the scope and application potential, and lastly we will summarize. So learners, you know our planet, it is under tremendous pressure, and with the increase in global population and urbanization, it is causing lot of strain on our natural resources. You know, forests are shrinking, natural resources are depleting, water tables are falling, and urban sprawl, that is cities, are increasing. Now, how do we respond? Now, this is a challenge for us. So as to meet this challenge, we have to meet the ever-growing demand for infrastructure development, urban planning, then healthy and inclusive neighborhoods, safe and efficient transportation of people and goods, responsible management of natural resources, disaster preparedness, and conservation of biodiversity and protection of endangered species. So, for that, what do we need? We need insight. We need precision of technology. We need a comprehensive understanding of Earth and its resources. And for this, we need geoinformation. So, what is geoinformation and what are its applications? Geoinformation, it is application-based information and data linked to a specific place on the earth. It can include maps, satellite images, satellite navigation data, census records linked to regions, environmental monitoring data, or even customer addresses used in business analysis. So, it is what we have to see where, behind the data where. It tells us not just what is happening, it also tells us from where the data has been taken. So it is happening. So this is vital, or this is crucial for planning, monitoring, and solving real world problems. And this is also known as geospatial information. Now I will request my colleague Dr. Kakoli Gogoi to tell you about what is geoinformatics.
Before I start about geoinformatics, I will just add to you what are the applications of geoinformation. Like you see, the food delivery apps use geoinformation to track our locations and connect us with any nearby restaurant or food joints. And even for cab services like Ola, Uber, they rely on it to match the drivers with the passengers. Then also there is a mobile app that you must have known, that is Arogya Setu. This is the mobile application developed by the government of India that plays a crucial role in our to fight against the COVID pandemic. So now coming to what is geoinformatics. You see, geo means earth, and informatics, this is the field that evolves the computer and information science, and that is related to representation, processing, and communication of informations. So broadly, this geoinformatics deals with the use of computers and IT for the collection, analysis, storage, retrieval, then representation and dissemination. So, geoinformatics, this is a synergy of various disciplines like remote sensing, GIS, GNSS, cartography, geodesy, photogrammetry, and this geoinformatics has grown as a major tool to work with spatial data. So, geoinformatics, this is an excellent IT tool. So, geoinformatics, this deals with the acquisition, then it deals with storage, processing, production, presentation, and dissemination of geoinformation. So, geoinformatics, we can say this is the science of the gathering, processing, and dissemination of information, which is spatially derived within the arts system. So, there are, you see, many terminologies which is related to geoinformation. Like the terminology, this is geomatics, this is commonly used in North America, and geoinformatics, this is relatively a new term. And the more recent terms are geospatial science and geospatial technology. And there are also many terminologies like spatial or geospatial information science, GI science, spatial informatics. Now I request Professor Minal Mishra, Madam, to discuss about the components of geoinformatics.
Thank you, Dr. Kakoli. Just now, Dr. Kakoli told you about the definition of geoinformatics and what are various terminologies that are used for geoinformatics. Now here we will discuss about the components of geoinformatics. It includes remote sensing, photogrammetry, geodesy, computer science, geographic information system, GNSS, and cartography. We will discuss them one by one. Now, geodesy. What is geodesy? It is concerned with the measurement and representation of the shape and area of the earth. Gravity, it determines the shape of the earth, you know. It deals with the determination of earth's gravity and its anomalies. So the underlying concept of geodesy helps in representing the earth into dimension. Now next is computer science, next component. In computer science, there is a term informatics, you know. So informatics as a discipline, it comprises both computer technologies that are hardware and software. And you know, its knowledge is prerequisite to represent and process the applicable information through the development of hardware and software. So computer science and geoinformatics, they go hand in hand. So the next branch is cartography. I told you about the components. So one of the components is cartography. So in cartography, we deal with the conception, production, dissemination, and study of maps. You know, map, it is a drawing of whole or part of the surface of the earth on a plane surface on a particular scale. Map gives a view of the earth's surface, but such a view is not same as a photograph. I hope you understand that. A map being, it's a procedure of mental and manual creation. So it gives only those details in their true and visible shape and size using symbol in which we are interested. So you see on your screens, here a map is shown. So this is manually and mechanically drawn picture showing the location and distribution of various natural and cultural phenomena. Aerial photographs, you must have heard. These are the photographs which are taken from the platforms like air balloon, helicopter, and although both an aerial photograph, they present bird's eye view, but aerial photographs are not maps. I hope I made it clear to you. Aerial photographs are not maps. Maps are quite different. Now, I come to photogrammetry. This is also one of the components of geoinformatics. So, photogrammetry is the art, science, and the technology of obtaining reliable information about physical objects and the environment through processes of recording, measuring, and interpreting photographic images and patterns of recorded radiant, electromagnetic energy, and other phenomena. The photogrammetry, it combines techniques from various fields such as optics and projective geometry. So the process of capturing digital images and performing photogrammetric processing involves several clearly defined stages, resulting in the creation of 2D or 3D digital models of objects. Now I request my colleague, Dr. Kakoli Gogoi. She will tell you about remote sensing. Dr. Kakoli, please.
Yeah, learners, so we are discussing about the components of geoinformatics. The next component I'm going to discuss is about remote sensing. As the word says, remote means from a distance, and sensing means acquiring information. So remote sensing is a process of acquiring information from a distance. So acquisition of information about Earth's surface features through some instruments that are placed on aerial or satellite platforms from where we know this about the Earth from a remote place, also from a distance. So if we define it, the remote sensing, this is the science and art of obtaining useful information about an object, area, or phenomenon through the analysis of data, which is acquired by a device that is not in contact with the object or with the area or phenomenon under investigation. So, remote sensing is also science because when information is extracted from remote sensing data based on some scientific facts. So, remote sensing is science. Remote sensing is also art when information is derived from background or prior knowledge obtained through experiences. So, remote sensing analysts, they derive information from remote sensing data using scientific facts and their experiences both. So, here you can see a figure where I am going to discuss about the remote sensing concept and the processes. You see where A that is the energy source like the sun, then B, that is the energy interaction with the atmosphere. C is the interaction of electromagnetic radiation with Earth's surface features. Then D is recording of energy by the sensors. And E, that is the transmission of remotely sensed data, their reception by the ground station, and there in the ground station the processing is also been done. And F, that is the interpretation and analysis of the data. So when we discuss about remote sensing, we should discuss about electromagnetic spectrum. So electromagnetic spectrum, here you can see this covers a vast wavelength with nanometers used for shorter waves like visible light, ultraviolet, X-rays, the gamma rays, and while the longer waves like the infrared, the microwaves, and the radio waves, they extend into micrometer to millimeter and to meters. So the interpretation when we interpret some image, we see true color composite and false color composite. In the next slide, you can see this is a true color composite image, where in remote sensing means we look for familiar or natural colors like green or healthy vegetation, blue for water, then brown, gray for soil and urban areas, and white for snow. As you know, this it maps the red, green and blue bands directly to the screen colors like RGB colors. So in the next image you can see this is a false composite color, where the healthy vegetation, you see this appears in various shades of bright red because it has very high reflectance in the NIR spectrum. And water bodies are clear, they appear dark blue to black. Then land and sands, you can see this appears light blue to white. This rock outcrops or wasteland, they appears the shades of brown. And urban areas, they appear in gray, brown, depending on the specific bands that are being used. So when we talk about remote sensing, we should talk about spectral signature. So spectral signatures, what are they? They are the combination of reflected, absorbed and transmitted or emitted electromagnetic radiation by objects at varying wavelengths, which can uniquely identify an object. So in this figure or in this graph, you can see the spectral signature of vegetation, which shows absorption and reflection in different spectral regions. So chlorophyll contents, here you can see in the graph, this causes higher reflectance in NIR region, and the presence of moisture content causes absorption in some wavelength regions. So if we talk about the advantages of remote sensing, this remote sensing, you see, this provides a very synoptic view, and we can acquire data of inaccessible areas. And remote sensing, this is a cost-effective means of data collection. And we can provide data in wavelengths beyond the visible range of human eye. And there are also limitations of remote sensing. You see, remote sensing, if there is non-availability of appropriate data, and particularly in the tropical regions, because in tropical regions there are cloud covers, and even remote sensing systems such as lasers could be intrusive and may affect the phenomenon which is under investigation. And remote sensing systems can become uncalibrated with time, resulting into errors in data being collected. Now I request ma'am to discuss about the other component, the GIS component.
Thank you, Dr. Kakoli. So we had discussed about the various components which included remote sensing, photogrammetry, and now we will discuss about geographic information system. We call it as GIS. So this is defined as a computer-based information system to capture, manage, update, analyze, display, and output spatial data and information which can be used in a decision-making context. So GIS, it integrates software, hardware, and data for capturing, managing, analyzing, and displaying all forms of geographically referenced information. So Geoinformation system, again, let us recapitulate. It allows you to visualize, understand, question, and interpret data in ways that reveal relationships, patterns, and trends. Here you can see different layers that are studied when we do GIS analysis. These are the components of GIS. First of all, you need to have a data. So for that, you need hardware and software, and then you need to devise a method, and then you need human resources. So these are the various components. So let us come to the applications of GIS. Applications of GIS are very much used in wider public domain. With the time, GIS has developed from a data analysis tool to spatial decision support system. And spatial decision support system, it is a tool that can answer the question, what is going to happen if, for making decision processes interactive. So now we come to the next component, that is Global Navigation Satellite System, that is GNSS. And now here you see the satellites that are moving on in their orbits. So GNSS, it's a constellation of Earth orbiting satellites, and it provides autonomous geospatial positioning with global coverage in real time. So the constellation of satellites orbiting the Earth at an altitude of 20,200 kilometers. So these signals, they can be used by anyone, anytime, anywhere in the world with some instruments. And these satellites, they broadcast signals that are used to derive precise timing, location, and velocity information. Now here you can see on your screens the segments of GNSS. So these segments are space control, segment, control segment, and user segment. So this enables people to precisely know where they are on the surface of the Earth. Now, you must be wondering, what are the applications of GNSS? So it helps you to determine your location. That is, it is used in navigation going from one location to another, tracking, monitoring the movement of people, animal, and material. Then it is used for mapping, creating maps. So see how useful it is. So further, we see that, this LBS, that is location-based services, it has gained momentum. It is used to provide information on nearby public resources like fuel stations, bus stops, ATMs, for map and navigation services such as in vehicles, and even for locating people. Primarily, they are used in emergency services. Now here on your screens, you can see navigation system that is, it is installed in a car, and how the driver can locate where the car is moving and to which location or which destination the person has to reach. Now I would request my colleague to tell you about geoinformation or geoinformatic products and the applications of geoinformatics. Dr. Kakoli.
Learners, you have seen that there are many applications of geoinformatics. So let us discuss about the products. What are the products of geoinformatics? You see, when we present any result of geospatial analysis in different forms, this is known as geoinformatics products. So what can be the products? These products, they include the tabular text data, the thematic maps, animations, information system, spatial decision support system. All these are the geoinformatics products. So there are two types of geoinformatics products. They are cartographic product and non-cartographic products. So cartographic products, this include both the hard and soft copy maps which are prepared to adhere to the cartographic conventions, and we can take the hard copy maps as printouts using any simple printing machine or even in a complex system. So you see, the non-cartographic products, they include map models such as this digital elevation models and information system, which are primarily used for visualization. So this DEM, that is digital elevation model, allows, you can see in this image, that this displays a versatile display of topographic data showing the landscape attributes. So you see, talking about the application potential, like in weather related application, meteorologists, they used satellites to track and forecast the cyclone behavior. They detect and track storms, and even today you see satellite data is used for climate research, for El Nino and La Nina predictions, and also for fishery management. And meteorologists, satellites, they also provide the real-time rainfall data, which is very useful for forecasting flood. And this is geoinformatics is also used in agriculture, where we can identify any crop area estimation, then production forecasting, cropping patterns, etc. And for natural hazards and disaster, you see, while monitoring natural disasters like volcanic activity, forest fire, earthquake, and prepare hazard zonation plans also, as this also enabling disaster management. And there are various applications in geology, geomorphology, and there are also other applications which is related to social sciences areas. So we have discussed about many application potentials, as you can see in your slide. Now let me summarize what we have discussed today. We have discussed about the background of geoinformation and the concept and application of geoinformation. We have defined what is geoinformatics. We have discussed about the concept. We have discussed about advantages and also the limitations of geoinformation. And we have discussed various components of geoinformatics, like geodesy, remote sensing, photogrammetry, GIS, computer science, cartography, and also application potentials. So we hope you have enjoyed our session. Thank you.
Thank you.
Indira Gandhi National Open